Hello everybody. I'm now in Munich and I'm facilitating an amazing workshop, a 2-day workshop that is all about energy for performance. How do you manage your energy just alongside your time? How do you manage and how do you manage, what energy you give to your time? Because as I said in a previous video, even if you have sometimes time to do something, you're not in the mood, you don't feel like doing it. So the first day is just over and I wanted to share with you a couple of insights. It was something amazing that I found out today that I wanted to share with you. So today was day one, and in day one normally we look into the physical dimension of energy. You might remember from the previous video I highlighted to you there are 4 dimensions we tackle, the physical, mental, emotional and spiritual. And the physical is the base of the pyramid, if you want so. The physical one is the one that is important because it fuels every other dimension. And parts of the physical dimension or part of this workshop is that we face people with their reality when it comes to various elements of the physical dimension, the physical energy. And this is, for instance, everything concerning their nutrition. These are, for instance, things like movement, how are they moving, exercising. It's all about sleep, recovery. It's all about hydration, how much they drink. So it's all these elements that are giving people the necessary physical dimension to be absolutely joyful, energized, and totally, in their best form. And one thing that really struck me today that I wanted to share with you is we looked into details of some of the participants' situation, and one of them, we went a little bit deeper when it came to sleep. So this guy was saying that he knows, because I shared with him the importance of sleep and sleep rituals, how to get a better kind of sleep. And this guy said, I know that I need to be sleeping more. I know that I should be sleeping 7 to 9 hours, but I just don't do it. I don't manage to do it. So how do I do it? And so we digged a little bit deeper, trying to understand why it is that he doesn't, facing the truth. What is there behind that? And that was absolutely fascinating. And that is something that I find, and this is why I titled this video, I know what to do, why don't I do it? There are a couple of elements when it comes to not doing what you know you should be doing. One thing is that it is not important enough for you. I mean, that's an obvious one. If something is not important enough for you, something is not big enough for you, you won't waste your time. And even if you want to, your subconscious will put a barrier in front of it and you won't do it. But the second thing is that the stories that you tell yourself. It's these beliefs or the whole system that you have installed in your brain that is keeping you from doing it. And this guy's beliefs or thoughts around sleep were amazing. So I asked him, as I told you before, I asked him, what is it that that is your awareness about sleep? And he, after lots of digging, said to me, actually I find that sleep is a waste of time. And that was amazing to me, because imagine if you ask somebody to change something about themselves, if you ask somebody to change something that is so fundamental and they can't do it, I mean, of course, it's clear he will not be able to do it, because how can you possibly sleep more if you deep inside feel for some reason that this is a waste of time? Now, this was a youngster. He wanted to understand a little bit. He wanted to do some more things in his life. He was studying again. He was wanting to do some more development for himself. So of course there is a lot they will do, and he felt that it was a waste of time to sleep. And for me, this is amazing. This was the biggest insight for me for today, that you need to really understand what are the barriers, what are the stories you're telling yourself, what is behind those things that you do and those things that you don't do. So please, next time I invite you to think about, every time you feel, I know what to do, why don't I do it? Ask yourself 2 questions. Ask yourself, number 1, is this important enough for me? Because if it's not, don't waste your time with it. Don't try to do something that you don't really want to do. That is number 1. And number 2, try to find out what's behind it. If you have a belief installed that is telling you, this is not important for me, or in the sense of I feel this is a waste of time, then I can tell you, you won't be able to change the sleep, like for instance in this guy's case. So I hope this was interesting, guys. It was absolutely for me. I would love that you give it a thought, and I would like that you dig a little bit deeper in all these things that you struggle with when it comes to putting in practice, whether it's your personal physique, whether it's something at work or with your family life. Think about it a little bit deeper, and you will find those things that are holding you back. And if you find them, let me know. Just drop it in the comments below, or PM me. It would be absolutely amazing to find out. It was amazing to find out for the guy when it came down to his sleep. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you liked. I hope it helped you. And until the next post, take care and all the best.